just about got over having John from Volt BMX down last week, and we've got Adam Hogarth in with us tonight. He's sitting in the corner, looking a bit sheepish. He's going to talk later. And we've also got Zwörg coming down. And we've got Dobutsu coming down as well. Zwörg's bringing a mate down. This is exciting. But all good. So how is everybody? Everyone happy? Dick, you good?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Yeah, keeping busy?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
As always.
Andrea, you good? Surviving?
Very good.
You've recovered from the elections?
No.
What do you reckon? What's going to happen?
Well, I don't know. Just
Trump's going to make it very difficult.
Yeah, that's what I think.
But we knew that anyway, didn't we?
Coup, maybe.
Well, you're meant to if it was.
I know, but he got his Proud Boys behind him and the KKK, so.
Yeah, all the good people.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Right, moving on. Tim, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you.
Yeah. Holding it. Man in the desk.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just
doing your thing.
Doing levels without being able to hear anything is quite. It's quite exciting, but doing it all by eye. But yeah.
So you're doing sound work visually?
Yeah.
Right. Pushing the boundaries. All right. Well, look, we've got loads of good records. So remember, if you're listening on Mixcloud, you can do it there. You've listened on YouTube below. If whatever, we had problems with Mixcloud last week, if the feed starts playing up, just head over to the YouTube page or tell us on the board and we'll sort it out. Drop us a message. If you want any shout outs, give us a shout on there too. Already got people listening, which is great. So we're going to start off. We're going to play a couple of tunes. We've got a couple of records which I just probably need to sync up. Yeah, this is a tune. This is one of Andrea's records that she picked it for last week, but we didn't play it, but we're going to play it this week. This is Gil Scott-Heron with The Revolution Will Not Be Televised.
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on report from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still lights of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he has been saving for just the proper occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so damn relevant, and women will not care if Dick finally got down with Jane on Search for Tomorrow, because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no highlights on the 11 o'clock news and no pictures of Harry armed women liberationists and Jackie Onassis blowing her nose. The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb or Francis Scott Keys, nor sung by Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Johnny Cash, Engelbert Humperdinck, or The Rare Earth. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with Coke. The revolution will not fight germs that may cause bad breath. The revolution will put you in the driver's seat. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live.
I jumped on my thought. I went off, but I felt torn. I cursed, concrete, felt fire in me. I tied my tongue to let my burden anytime it was shilling. Shouting from a loud when the kids can't play, and I walk back again, thinking of the ways that it could have been, and I hope that I make a mark and stand strong, even when I'm gone. For I'm done, for I lay down. I'll go off, but I'll be yours. I curse the strings that run down my face. I tied my tongue to let my burden anytime it will shine. Shouting from a loud where the kids can't play. Now I walk back again, thinking of the ways that it could have been, and I hope that I make a mark and stand strong, even when I'm gone. Three, four.
Hi everybody, I'm from the 60s, the time of Louie Louie and Little Latin Loopy Loo. And I know we can't have those times back again, but we can have parties like there were then. We need more parties in the USA. We need more parties in the USA. Could there be block parties about which I don't know? Maybe they're in neighborhoods where I don't go. Could there be all these parties down some little lane with potato chips sitting there and guitars playing? We need more parties in the USA. Well, my friends were having a party round about 9 o'clock. Round about 9 o'clock. Down in Huntington Beach when the police knocked. Well, my friends were just quiet down. They were just drinking coffee and talking. But the officer said someone called up complaining. Everybody get walking. He said, go home, go home, go home, go home. He said, go home, go home, go home. And that's no good for parties in the USA. That's no good for pop, 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 doop, doop. No good for hang on, stupid, hang on. So people are staying home or not having fun. A cold era has begun. Now things were bad before. There was lots of loneliness. But in 1965, things were not like this. When we had hang on, stupid, hang on. Oh, yeah. And Papa Loopy Loo, yeah. Or shake it, Loopy. All right. Well, could there be block parties of which I know not? nowadays at parties, you got louder stereo equipment. So now if the party's too loud, it's like a radioactive shipment. I say nowadays at parties, for example, you got louder stereo bass. So now if the thing's too loud, it's like a toxic beat-up case. Well, nowadays at parties, you got louder stereos, right? So now if it's too loud, it's like a noxious chemical sex. Well, parties in the USA, he said go home, go home, go home. Oh, yeah, parties in the USA. You see me, got these friends of mine in Huntington Beach. They weren't loud when the officers entered. I mean, these officers, man, they weren't mellow. I mean, they were so uncentered. They said, go home, go home, go home. That's all good for parties in the USA. We need more. Pa 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 loo pa loo. We need more. Hey, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Hey, we need more. Parties, yeah, in the USA. All right, yeah, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
Okay. So a couple of tunes for you. People are scuttling by, not by their microphone. So we started off, obviously, with Gil Scott-Heron, which most people would probably know. Good tune. Then we played Cursing Concrete by Rumble Seat. Dick, that's one of yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you want to tell us a bit about this band?
They're
a band. They're alive, hopefully.
Yeah, they are alive.
Yeah, I'll keep
that is the two singers from another band, Hot War Music, and one of their ex-wives. So that's the only sad bit about that story.
Gosh. It's a problem,
is the ex-wife, but
the ex-wife.
It was just like a little.
Ex-wife still in the band as the ex-wife.
No, the band's defunct now.
Right.
It's quite. I can't remember when it was about, but yeah, they've. It was just a little spin-off thing they did.
Yeah,
and then it sort of led on. Now they both do that kind of acoustic, folky type thing now.
Cool. And then we went into one of my tunes, which is Jonathan Richman tune. Off the album I, Jonathan. That tune was Parties in the USA, which I thought was fairly kind of applicable. That's an album that came out in the 90s. If you don't know who Jonathan Richman is, you might have heard of the Modern Lovers. That was his project. That's some of his latest stuff. Really, really good. Worth checking out. Like an album I just came across a couple of months ago. Played it a lot, so that's a good tune. And then after that, we played a session tune, Human Pet. Linda Pinky. I remember that night down at the Paper Dress Vintage.
That was Paper Dress, yeah. That was a great one with Frauds. And
Yes.
Guru came up last minute. That was Human Pet's suggestion actually as well. To shout out to those guys for making that suggestion.
Guru were doing quite a bit of a thing, weren't they? They were making a bit of a name for themselves.
Yeah.
Bit of a loud noise before lockdown.
I mean, they're great. Like,
mental.
Just came up and smashed them.
Yeah. And actually, funny enough, a couple of weeks ago when we had Roadkill down. Rat Run down. They played some solo music, didn't they? Of Human Pet.
Ian's the singer guitarist.
Yeah.
Of Human Pet. His solo stuff. It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And Human Pet as well. Actually, I think they've have either just put something out or they're in the process of releasing some new stuff as well. And I think they've added an extra person. So I think they're a 4-piece.
Right.
So it'd be quite interesting to see the direction that they're going in.
Great. Well, all sessions, of course, on the SoundCloud page, explaining her sessions. Go check out Human Pet. Probably find them on Bandcamp. Go check out Ian's solo stuff as well, which made me think we should maybe try and get them down as guests at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
Next week's guest, really good. We've got, forgotten the name already. Tim, remind me.
We Wild Blood?
We Wild Blood coming down. Well, the guys, actually, I tell a lie, the guys from We Wild Blood, they've set up a record label called Hot Falls Records. They're going to come down next week, so that should be exciting too. But obviously, stuff that's going on. So, Dick, Andrea, some stuff going on in the shop. Lockdown hasn't stopped your productivity.
No.
Some good stuff coming through.
Got some new mugs.
Yeah, awesome.
Some new hoodies and t-shirts.
And we can get that
online.
Yeah, all on there. And it's the Foss graphic, is it?
That's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just had some mugs done, so they're all online. But if you want to come to the shop, you can. Just let us know.
Yeah.
We can meet you here.
Great. And some teas, restock of teas as well.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. And any other news? Anything going on? Nah. Nah. Tumbleweed.
What are you looking
For
at
those
me
who
for?
can't see,
He's looking at you.
for those who can't see, a bit of a blank stare.
What about you, Adam? You got anything going on? Anything
Adam.
exciting other than being down here?
Yeah, I've just had an exhibition finish, so that's been good. And then just busy with work really. Just trying to get my teeth into some new work.
Good stuff.
So yeah.
All right, cool. Well, okay, so let's play some more records. Ding.
Sorry.
That's all right, Tim. What we got? So we're going to start off with Tim. Was this your choice?
It was my choice, in keeping with the theme of hopefully Trump getting dumped from the White House, as kicking and screaming as it may be. But I thought this was quite
amazing.
I thought this was quite appropriate.
Somebody can drag him out.
In the time of chimpanzees, I was a monkey. Butane in my veins and a mouth that kept the chunky with the plastic eyeballs. Spray paint the vegetables, dog food skulls with the beefcake pantyhose. Kill the headlights and put it in neutral. Stock car flaming with the Luther and the cruise control. Babies in Reno with the vitamin D. Got a couple of couches, sleep on the love seat. Someone came saying I'm insane to complain about a shotgun wedding and a stain on my shirt. Don't believe
cause one's got a weasel and other's got a flag. One's on the pole, shove the other in a bag with the rerun shows and the cocaine nose job. The daytime crap of the folk singer's club. He hung himself with a guitar string, a slab of turkey neck, and it's hanging from a pigeon wing. But get right if you can't relate. Trade the cash for the beat, for the body, for the hate. And my time is a piece of wax falling on a termite who's choking on the splinters. So I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? Crazy with the cheese whiz. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? Drive by body pierce. Yo, bring it on down.
I'm a driver, I'm a winner. Things are gonna change, I can feel it.
I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? I can't believe you. So I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? So I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me?
You know what I'm saying?
news for me. 'Cause he's bad news for me. Right
Lovely stuff. Right, so started off with Beck, Loser. I can remember seeing Beck perform this on Top of the Pops.
Nice. Wow.
I was at school and they said, this is Beck. And it seemed pretty far out at the time. And they said his band's got a combined age of like 300 years old. And like there was like a really
There
old...
was only two of them in
There was
it.
like an old fella, like an old fellow who looked like a Native American Indian playing the sitar. And then there was like a fat bass player. It was kind of interesting. Just hit the mic, getting excited. And I was a massive fan of Beck. I love that album. I love his earlier stuff. And then I got a little bit put off with him because he's a Scientologist.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Kind of, you know.
Harsh, isn't it?
Well, I know. What? Yeah. I'm like, are you a Scientologist? You're going to come out now. Yeah. Sorry about that. But you can tell
we
us.
got chased by them, didn't we, down Hollywood Boulevard?
Oh, we did, yeah.
Like we went by and they waved. They went hi, and then when we walked back, they went, "You've come back." It's like no.
A friend of mine, Gwen.
We left the car up there. We had no choice.
When he was a student, he got probably coaxed in, and he was like, they kind of coaxed him when he like did a test, and then he went into the room, and then they got like
personality test.
Yeah, it was like a different test, and they just kept taking him like deeper, further and further back into the premises. It got like further and further away, and the rooms got smaller and darker. And then it was like he had to buy a book. They wouldn't let him go until he bought a book.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
So he got like 30 quid. I think he bought a book for 30 quid. And then like, something like, he had to get it. Like, it's the only way he felt. When he was probably trying to be polite as well.
Sounds like that phone company Huawei, doesn't it? That's the sort of thing they do.
Huawei,
yeah.
What? Oh, yeah, those guys.
Chinese
Yeah. Of course.
Apparently they bug their employees.
Right. Okay. This is why there's I've sort of missed why a lot of people are against these guys. I haven't really.
The Chinese company.
Yeah.
It's lots of spying allegations. And stuff
Yeah.
there and
Right.
We've got some truths as well into that. So
I watched that film at the weekend about Fox News with the women and the sexual allegations. I can't remember what it's called. It's really good actually. It was on. I think it was on Prime. Yeah. But I watched that. But they were saying Fox News they record everyone's conversations on the phone. Anyway, just as a side note.
What staff or
staff? Yeah.
Well, that was what this guy we know worked for Huawei, and he said he couldn't leave. It was very, very hard to leave, and then weird things were happening, and stuff was being brought up, and why did you say this? And there's stuff they shouldn't have known.
Someone's always watching.
Yeah.
It's all a bit like Twilight Zone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it because they were the company that like the government were talking to about installing and looking after all of our
I think so.
technology systems and stuff?
Yeah.
Right.
Another consultancy company for us to spend billions of the public's money on. Yeah.
To then scrap.
Exactly. Yeah. But then after that, we played the new dancehall record. Dancehall, of course, is the guy who did Tim, who did the Business
boards.
Starter 2 boards, which is still looking very nice. So people should get on
They're
that.
They're selling.
All goes to charity.
Not all of it.
No.
Don't give them the wrong idea.
Someone that is very familiar in the charity world, the wording is good, so you can,
Oh yeah, what? It all goes to charity.
No, you were very clear that proceeds go to charity. Very clever. So that's good.
Good to have dancehall back though.
Yeah.
Hear some new music.
I think he's up for coming up at some point.
We should get them down. They'd be good fun because also Craig plays in a couple of Craig, is it? Spoilers, yeah.
Craig's and spoilers as well.
And they've got the guy got the studio.
So that's Chris, who is also in spoilers and not in dancehall. But,
No, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit of shit for him. Over the lockdown, there was a flood in the studio, but I think it was like the building above where his studio was, and he just came in one day and there was just water pouring through the ceiling over all of his stuff.
Not good for.
So I think he's found somewhere else to set up with a good bit of crowdfunding help. And
right.
whatnot,
Okay.
But,
maybe we should try and get them down.
So people helped him get back on his feet a bit. But yeah, that would be good.
Be good. Yeah. Okay.
They're good guys.
Then I went on. We played. Delaware. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop 19s. Is it?
Drop 19s.
Yeah.
American bands. Again, in keeping with the post-election theme for me. So Delaware is obviously Joe Biden's home state.
Oh yeah.
So I thought it was apt. The album's called Delaware as well, and it's really cool. It's
also, Boy Sets Fire are from there, aren't
is
they?
that right? Oh, there you go. Did not know that. But so now it's got a nice sort of lo-fi shoegaze,
it's good.
bedroom pop kind of
Check them out.
feel.
Then I went into my tune Habibi. This is off. They released an album just before lockdown. It's their second album. That tune is called Bad News. I cannot recommend Habibi enough to people that haven't listened to them before. really good band out of Brooklyn. They've got like kind of like Arabic, Iranian influences from two of the band members, and just really, really awesome stuff. One of their first album, which I think is self-titled BB, it's one of my favourite albums, like, period. I would take it with me to a desert island or whatever. Yeah, it would make it. It would make it. I think it's really good. So definitely check it out, BB. This second album's really good. It's I think today Rough Trade announced their top 100 albums. This interesting, wasn't it? So that's good.
Yeah,
and
ahead of the curve.
I tried to book them actually for Exploding Head sessions when we were down at the Lock Tavern, because they were coming over it and they didn't have a gig, and they were actually really friendly. Often girl bands usually are quite much more more helpful than normal bands, if that's a generalisation, but I don't know. But they couldn't play because we just weren't. They went something bigger, but I went and saw them play their gig at the Shack, which was great. So saw them play.
If only we'd been at the Shack.
Well, exactly. This is the thing right now at the Shack. So Habibi, if you do come back and want to do something, shout out. And then a band that we did book at the Shack was the next band, Public Body, really great band from Brighton. Kind of got a kind of sort of post-punky thing going on. Amazingly tight, I remember when they
Very
played.
Tight.
Yeah.
Especially as they had trouble, I think, with transport, if I remember rightly, and they literally flew up in a van or on the train, did the whole kind of arrive at the venue as the previous band were packing up, and just walked straight in with their gear straight onto the stage.
Yeah, just the drummer and the bassist.
The drummer had all of
proper,
the timbali drum kind of things, whatever they're called. I can't remember what they're called. And all sorts of percussion and stuff, and he's just frantically setting up this big drum kit. They did about a 2-minute line check and then just went for it. It was great. It was really, really good.
Really good. It's a good band. Check them out. They've got a new single out. It's not the single. Couldn't get hold of the new single, but check out Public Body. Right, so a couple more tunes to play. Anybody got any requests? Anything they wanted to play? What time is it? Oh, it's already coming up to 5 to 8. So coming up to the second hour where we're going to have Adam, you're going to come down and you're here already. We're going to chat about stuff, chat about art, chat about skateboarding, chat about music, chat about screen printing, all that kind of stuff. We're going to do Zwörg is coming down. He's bringing his mate down. That's
pizza.
Exciting. I've got to go get a pizza. Adam, I thought you might like to go out for a pizza.
I'd love a pizza.
Treat you to a good pizza in Camden, just down the road. Not forgetting what the guys last week said from the BMX side. I think it was,
Pizzagate, all the lies
Pizzagate,
have come out.
Is it?
Yeah, they're being found out now.
What, the people that started the lies or the actual... Yeah.
Well, they were lying, there was
fake news.
Yeah, we found out more, but don't let that put you off the pizza.
No, I was with. I go out for those pizzas every week. They always good to me.
It would take more than that to put me off a pizza.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So let's go in. Let's rack up. So we're going to play a session tune, yeah, Tim?
Yeah, why not? So this is High Vis. When was this? This was
January?
Paper Dress. God, this was really early back in the day, wasn't it? This is January 2018, I guess.
3 left, I think.
Awesome post-punk bands. I think they're from London.
Yeah.
Definitely still going. They've released some good stuff. Right. It's really, really good.
Whack it on.
Nice one.
Behind every
Lovely stuff there. A couple more tunes. And we had a delivery from our good Instagram friend, Canty Local. And I'm trying to do the thing and Tim's laughing at me. So, a couple of good tunes there, man. So we started off with, what did we start off with? High Vis, man, yeah, from the Exploding Head Sessions. Yep. Went into The Draft, Bordering. That was one of yours, Dick?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said something about a link from the band you played earlier, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. They're all in the same band, Hot War Music.
Right, cool.
That was The Bordering was after. The Draft was after.
Right, okay, great. And then Bratmobile, Andrea, which was yours, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, all good.
Yes.
Yeah. Which then got us. I asked the question: did Kathleen Hanna play in Bratmobile?
And I said no.
No. And then you said, "Have you seen the Bikini Kill? Was it Bikini Kill?
The punk singer.
Yeah, you know.
The documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I was like, no.
He's in it.
There you go. Yeah.
I'll fill you in on the exact time.
He knows. Let him take over.
Yeah, go on.
They
then.
got the location wrong.
They got the
though.
location wrong. It's not in Washington. It's in
New
New
York
York.
City.
But I'll tell
At
you
the
the
new
exact.
school.
Sloppy production.
At
You
the
want to
new
get
school.
that from
I
me.
remember that day.
You remember that day?
Yeah.
Oh, you're actually looking it up live as we speak. I thought you had it etched on your brain.
Well, I used to, but
it might be a while with the internet connection.
No. I used to have it etched in the brain, but I've had so many.
But you don't have to.
So what was it? So you were in the documentary then. So what were you? When was this? Like when was the footage from? Recently?
So in the 90s, I was a riot girl.
Yeah.
And I went to a feminist talk at the New School in New York City.
Yeah.
Because she's a feminist.
Because I'm a riot girl. I was. I don't look my best because, we all have awkward times growing up.
So you're a teenager, yeah?
Yeah, it just looks strange.
So it doesn't matter.
Wasn't your, because her uncle's an optician, and at the time everyone in the family had like the John Lennon style glasses. That's what he gave to everyone. So the whole family.
Yeah, so I got John Lennon glasses, and my hair is just, I don't know, there's something going on with my hair and my eyebrows. But
you're like a teenager in the 90s, man. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sitting here with like...
I look very cool growing up, except for that time.
I was right. Well, 26 minutes.
26 minutes in, yeah?
26 minutes and 28 seconds. Well, no, hang on.
That's not you, is it? No.
Can we
Wait there.
Yeah, look. You'll
get
see.
it up on the screen.
When it's there, I know it, you see.
And then you said you nearly interviewed her for your
so my sister and I, we were working on a Riot Girl fanzine, and we had Slan 6 from Discord, which we played, I think, last week or the week before. I think we also had Courtney Love and Catherine Hanna. So it's going to be like, back then there was so many
big people, man.
girl
big
bands.
Names,
yeah, and then it just never happened. But they wrote us back, because back then they used to write letters. And do little drawings and send you stickers and all those things, It was great.
Nice.
Good stuff. And then so you didn't know, so you basically you watched the documentary. Is that you there?
So
you just
stop
watched
laughing, all right?
But what was the moment where you're like,
see the
that's
John
me.
Lennon glasses?
No, I didn't know. My brother, stop it.
It's not too bad.
My younger brother and his girlfriend were they went to the cinema in the city in New York. And I get a weird phone call, like, was it like, I don't know, like 4 a.m. or something like that, some weird time. And he was just screaming, "Oh my God, yeah, I just saw you." And apparently he was shouting at in the cinema, and people were telling him to shut up.
I was like, "It's my sister."
Yeah, he was like, "That's my sister." Yeah, so yeah.
Amazing.
That's so exciting.
So we'll post a link then, if you can share a link on the Amigos page. That'd be great.
I can tell you, I think it's 26 minutes and 33 seconds in.
When you share YouTube links, you can embed the time anyway. Can't you? So
man!
We can start it for 5 seconds before and get the run in.
It won't pause. It's still buffering.
Yeah, that's because of that. Yeah, that's good.
We're using every ounce of internet.
It feels like a long close-up, but yeah.
Especially on a cinema screen.
They used the same footage for another Riot Girl film.
So you've been in 2 Riot Girl films then, is what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, right. Then after that, it was completely unexpected. We played Sit Down, which Chinkle Banana Split. Sit Down, another band from Brighton. Really good. Actually, last band we recorded with. They headlined. I think it was their last band, was it?
Yeah, they headlined February.
Yeah. Last show. It was their 100th show. Really, really great. Really loud 2-piece. Really good. Looking forward to one day we'll hear that session. But they're a really good band. Definitely go check it out. Sit down, find them on their Bandcamp page. Okay, so we're going to play a couple more tunes. Adam, mate, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a bit hungry. So I was thinking maybe in a minute we're going to nip out. We'll go get a pizza from the place down the road.
Yeah.
And then we'll hopefully get back for Zwörg. He's bringing a mate down. He said he's coming down in his spaceship. He's very excited because he said that Adam's brought down a print, which is really exciting. So he wants to put that
That's
up.
a bit clearer now. I'll just.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, and right.
Very cool.
There she is.
But yeah, remember, go and check out Andrea on YouTube.
No.
But yeah, we're gonna probably go for pizza in a minute.
Yep.
We're gonna play a couple of tunes as well, and then Zorg's gonna come down. I need to speak to him about some stuff, so hopefully I'll catch him.
Hopefully you'll catch him.
So we're gonna start off. I think we're gonna play a Lithics record, and then a Death record as well, which Andrea I think was your choice.
That.
Amazing, mate. I think we played a Death. Did we play a Death record the other week? I think we did. Anyway,
I don't remember. There's two deaths.
Yeah,
you know the
good band, man.
metal
Interesting
band, and
yeah.
this is
Listened
the
to them
original
recently.
punk one from
Yeah.
I think 70s.
There you
Cool.
go. That's perfectly paused.
There he is. Back in again. Yeah. We're gonna let's go and put it over on the while we're playing. While you're playing the record, we'll put it on.
I'll take it up to the.
There we go.
An excuse in your mouth. An excuse in your mouth. Can I be myself? Can I be myself? An excuse in your mouth. Can I be myself? An excuse in your mouth. Can I be myself? Can I be myself? Can I be myself? Can I talk? Can I talk to her? Can I talk? Can I see my dog? Can I talk? Can I talk to her? You wanna? An excuse in your mouth. An excuse in your mouth. An excuse in your mouth. Can I be myself? Can I be myself? An excuse in your mouth. Can I be myself? An excuse in your mouth. Can I be myself? Can I be myself? Can I be myself? An excuse in your mouth. Can I talk? Can I talk to her? Can I talk? Can I see my dog? Can I talk? Can I talk to her? Can I talk? You wanna?
One, two, three, now.
The number one biggest game is when the kingdom of fame is like a race at the top because they wanna be boss. They don't care who they step on as long as they get along. Politicians in my eyes. They could care less about you, they could care less about me. As long as they are put in the place that they want to be. They're always wearing small smiles, I guess they go with the style. Politicians in my eyes. Always trying to be slick when they tell us they're responsible for sending young men to die. We have waited so long for someone to come along. their biggest friends, politicians in my eyes. Reaching out, shaking hands, making friends and other plans. Some will rise, some will fall, some won't even answer calls. Look ahead, see them fly, see the twinkle in their eye. Politicians, tell me why can't you hear the people cry?
Now I'm gone, I'll be busy. It's a game, we're all children. It's a game, we're all children. Agent Orange, I'm on fire. 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 Agent Orange, I'm on fire.
Hey there, sorry about the bit of confusion. There's a lot of kerfuffle going on just while we were playing the last few records there, which were that last tune was Agent Orange by a band called Ski Patrol. Just before that we had Death, the band Death, with a song called Politicians in My Eyes, and Lithics before that with Excuse Generator. But you can see that if you're watching on the stream that we've lost a few people because Jack and Adam have just nipped off to grab a pizza. Jack could not stop banging on about these pizzas to Adam, so they've gone off to grab one.
Couldn't resist it.
Andrea's ran outside because she's just spotted Zwörg.
Zwörg has turned up with a friend.
He's turned up with his mate, and good gods, they've brought the street to a standstill.
I don't know what is
Literally,
going
people. Guy nearly just fell off his bike. Cars nearly crashing.
People think they're tripping from the 60s still.
People don't know what's going on. Should see if we can.
This is going to be very entertaining.
It looks like Zwörg's doing a bit of a meet and greet, so maybe we should play another song and we'll see if we can.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be in by then.
We can see if we can entice him in because it looks like he's fans of. They
got a good old fan base going on. Isn't
They
it?
seem to know that he's turned up and they're harassing him outside. So let's play a session tune. This is Hesh. Played down at the Shackwell Answerers not too long ago. A song called Carrots Are Galactagogies.
Time before
And we're live.
Well, I mean, if you're watching on the YouTube, I don't quite know what to say as to what's just come in. Zwörg. This guy. Where'd you find this guy? Who's this? Oh, he's one of your skateboard friends. You met him at the skate park? Yeah? What's his name? Yeah, I don't quite understand that. Dobutsu. That's him. What's the deal with the animal noises? What's happening there? He's an animal spirit from all the extinct animals in the future. He sounds like he's in a little bit of pain. Is he okay? No, he's all right. He hurt his head on his skateboard, did he? Yeah, he's quite confused as to what sort of language he's speaking, I think. I don't quite know what's going on with him. So, you've been friends for a while? Yeah? Oh, that's good. Proper homies. Oh, it's good to see. It's good you brought a friend down. So he's our friend now as well, then. Excellent. Have you introduced him to Jack? Or are you still avoiding Jack? No? All right. We won't talk about that. No problem. So anyway, what's Movember? I mean, what is it now? The 11th of November, and it's not looking good, is it? You're still shaving. Is he Movember as well? Oh, he's just had a little shave. You both look very presentable anyway, so nice and clean shaven. That's good. Have you raised any money for Movember? No. Yeah, it's not looking. I had a moustache yesterday, but it didn't sort of suit me. I don't think. But so I got rid of it. It looked all right, I suppose, but just felt a bit strange, like an old wing commander of the RAF. So anyway, the other thing we're going to talk about is I think we're going to try and get you up to 500 followers on Instagram, weren't we? We got the T-shirts that the designs have been sent to the printers, so they won't be far away. I think the printer's off on holiday for a bit, only for a week, but so that sounds good. What is he then? I've heard about 7 different noises, different animals. These are all the spirits, I'm guessing.
That's how he communicates, isn't it? And
yeah.
Taking on different forms.
He takes on the form of every animal that's extinct in the future.
People on Instagram are very confused, they say.
What are the people...
What's happening right now?
Well, we don't actually know. This has been sprung upon us. We don't really know. It's Zwörg's friend. Zwörg's friend's come in. He's just found him on the street somewhere, and so we're just sort of getting introduced, I guess, aren't we?
You're trying to work out.
Trying to work out what's
you've
going
only
on.
just started to understand.
I've only just
And now you're having to try and work out.
What, he's gonna you want Tim to play some music? For
yeah, they're gonna
Dobutsu's gonna do a little bit of DJing. And have you practiced? You got a dance little routine worked out, the pair of you?
So
nice.
who's gonna go first? Are you up first or? All right.
Dobutsu is having first choice,
and that was Bodega. Let's do it.
Here we are.
This is new Bodega song.
You can have a little dance around.
You turn to your right, like
turn to your right, 90 degrees. Yeah. That's it. Perfect.
Oh God.
a banana bunch in it or something like that. You're all right where you are. Just stay there. Or just go back a tiny bit. That's it. Because you're just by the cable.
It's like a dance off.
It is. It's good. Is that what you're going to do before the song finishes exit? Or have you got more songs?
No, then we've got one more song.
The Zwörg song.
Your playlist will curate your songs of the oppressed. Look at the marquee in 1080p as you slowly walk past. Think these people should be here, regardless of outcome as you slowly walk past. Think you got an island of blue, you got a nipple in water as you slowly walk past. You ask yourself, how did this happen? As you slowly walk past, you ask yourself, how did this happen? It's new world now, don't discriminate.
got to be up front, gotta be so close to trust, it's got to be up front, gotta be so close to touch, it's got to be up front, be so close to trust, it's got to be up front, got to be so close to trust, it's got to be up front, be so close to trust, it's got to be up front, got to be so close to touch, it's got to be up front, be so close to trust, it's got to be up front, got to be so close to trust. Oh, it's such a shame, you no longer feel no pain, can't stick around while you try to decide.
Man, so I'm really disappointed yet again.
Guys.
I've been foiled.
You don't know what you just missed, mate. I'm telling you.
It wasn't me and Adam just missed because I've told Adam that Zwörg's this alien. He comes down every week. Like it was me that.
This
met him
pizza
first.
habit's got to stop. Really, you keep missing
I know.
out.
Well, I'm watching. The camera adds £10. I'm looking at myself right now.
I was quite looking forward to meeting him as well.
He's an interesting character, to be fair. He's got a lot of interesting views. Actually, good views. He's from another planet. So yeah, he's been shocked by the election and Donald Trump and Trumpism and the state of affairs here. But he's a good guy.
He seems like a bit of a legend. So I'm wounded that I haven't met him, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I think
you
Adam
missed the dance off to.
So Zwörg.
No,
to
what?
end all dance off.
Well, so what happened? So Zwörg came down then, did he?
With his mate.
With his mate?
No.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
He's got a new friend.
Has he?
Another
Dobutsu.
alien?
Not too different.
Bit of a different language. We couldn't get the language, but we picked up a few bits.
A similar vision, though.
It's very similar.
Oh, yeah.
He was the.
They looked pretty tight, didn't they?
The animal spirit from all the extinct animals of the future.
Yeah.
And he spoke in a kind of just animal
Well, someone said
tongue.
trippy man.
Trippy man.
Trippy man.
Definitely trippy.
Similar dress sense to you, though. So.
Yeah.
What, to me?
Well, no, to Adam.
Well, I know,
I have given Zwörg some old T-shirts. I had a few old Three Amigos ones.
Oh yeah.
I thought he could do because let him fit in when he goes down Cantaloups.
What would Zwörg normally wear on his home planet then?
But when I first met him, he was kind of just wearing sort of like a sort of shiny silver, tight
like
spaceman
David
outfit.
Bowie kind of
Yeah,
style,
kind of. Yeah, a bit more
catsuit.
street than that.
A bit more street.
Yeah, which I think was why he was interested in things like skateboarding and found us.
Ah, cool.
He's into like punk and hip hop. You know what I mean?
Oh, so they got punk and
yeah.
hip-hop.
He might be doing. Funny enough, he might actually. It was because we communicate quite a lot on email. He might possibly be doing a lockdown like radio show between 5 and 6 on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll send that out if he is. You should tune in, possibly for an hour.
And does he have a love of
on a
pizza
different
as
radio
well?
station?
Sorry. Does he have a love of pizza as well?
He loves. Well, he does like pizza. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's one of his favourite. He likes pizza. He likes the bad stuff. He likes kebabs.
Oh,
yeah.
But I've told him that shishas are better than donas.
yeah, I don't know anything about them.
Yeah, he's a multicultural though. He likes sushi.
He just likes.
He likes sushi.
Yeah. He
Man of
likes
culture.
He likes
Fish and
barrettes.
chips.
Yeah, fish and chips. Yeah, British stuff. Yeah.
Sausage
Proper
and chips.
culture.
Yeah, he likes a Greggs sausage roll.
Yeah.
But then also at the same time, he likes something a bit more fancier, like caviar.
Or like a vegan Greggs
Yeah.
sausage roll.
He's
sometimes as well.
not doing very well on Movember, though.
No. Well, some men can grow mows, some men can't. Some aliens can grow mows.
I admire his enthusiasm for it.
Yeah, well, he
though,
wants to raise awareness of mental health and prostate cancer amongst men.
You seem confident though that he was.
Yeah, we'll see where he is.
something was going to happen.
Sprouting
wasn't it?
something. So.
5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah. Well, hopefully next week I'll catch him and we can find out.
Yeah.
But I may have missed Zwörg, but very excited to have Adam in. Adam,
Yes.
mate,
Hello.
thanks for coming down.
Welcome.
You're very welcome. Yeah.
I hope we've been looking after you for the last couple of hours.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Loved it. It's been really good.
Yeah,
Good company, yeah.
good company. So, I mean, you're here, obviously. I can't remember the journey of how you ended up coming down here, but we met somehow online.
Yeah.
And you seem to get on online.
Seemed
and
to
you
have
were-
fitted in
yeah.
perfect.
And you're obviously a keen skateboarder, and you're an
That's
artist
right,
as well.
Yeah.
Which is like obviously like an artist of some, you do exhibitions and stuff, which to me is like, this guy seems like he's a bit of an artist.
Yeah, no, I'm an artist, and then I do skateboard. I mean, I've skateboarded for years since I was a kid, really, since I was about 16. And as I'm kind of getting older now, I'm a bit more of a fair weather skater.
But I've seen your stuff on because I think on Instagram I was quite impressed. You were doing a few tricks. Like I saw you pull off a pretty good board slide, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I had a one this year where I skated all through lockdown, and I was getting out kind of early in the morning at my local park in Ladywell. And I don't know, just the planets aligned this year, and I was kind of picked up all my tricks kind of relatively quickly, and I was skating a lot. So
cool.
Good year for skating. I had a heel injury at the end. I had a bruised heel at the end of the year, which I've never had a bruised heel before. Have any of you guys had one?
Yeah.
Ow. I mean,
horrible,
I've had
isn't it?
Yeah,
It sounds really like a bruised heel.
Yeah. You think a bruised heel, it's nothing, but honestly, it's wiped me out for the back end of the year.
Yeah.
It's like
And you can't really rest it, can you? Unless you literally do nothing. It's like-
and it's kind of secondary to a rolled ankle. But it's up there. It's a bad one, isn't it? It's a bad
I've got a weird thing on one of my feet at the minute where it just hurts for no reason.
Yeah.
I've not done anything to it, but
What I've learned from the short time I've known Dick is he's a really good test for what injuries you can get through skateboarding. So you've broken a lot of bones.
yeah, I've had a few.
Yeah.
Only last September, I broke my wrist.
Oh,
Had a little operation. That's thanks to Hemel Hempstead Hospital. Said it wrong.
You're kind of the litmus test of
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't sign up for that though.
physical limits. kind
Yeah, I've had a broken jaw. That's been
of.
wild.
From skating.
Yeah, well, that was bike riding.
Oh, dear me.
Broken ankle. Two broken ankles, both of them. One was just a clean break. The other was that had to be operated on.
Have you ever had
wrist.
the moment where you've kind of just thought, time to hang the board up,
Nah.
sit back
I think
on the sofa?
I mean,
with
it's harder. It is harder, but then I went skating with Skater Dave, funny enough. I was skating with him on Saturday.
Oh, Skater Dave.
He's a little bit younger, but he's in a worse state. So I thought,
Right, okay.
that's all right.
You're in good shape, man.
He
You're in good
couldn't
shape.
even
You're
run
holding it
down the
together.
transition. Like one of his feet was so fucked. A little 3 foot high transition. He couldn't even sort of get down that. You could see the pain in him actually moving. So I thought,
Oh dear.
yeah,
I think it's one of those things, isn't it? When you get the bug for it, you kind of want to keep going with it.
I'm
as
not
long as
doing
you
much
can.
now, like a few little grinds, ollies and bits. But it's just harder and harder. But I think as long as you can still roll around,
That's it. I mean, for me, it's like I'm just into riding transitions, really.
yeah. It's I find that now a lot. I mean, if you fall off, obviously it's bad, but it's it's not as harsh as say street skating, is it?
Yeah.
Because at least you can go round a bowl, up and
cruise
down a
around,
ramp,
can't
and
Yeah.
without sort of doing too much.
Yeah.
I think the days of like jumping down steps are
Oh yeah, that's well gone.
Speak for yourself, boys.
behind me. Oh yeah.
I could do it when I was young.
Yeah, that's meant many years. I mean, maybe I could do a curb.
Yeah.
Maybe a foot, I reckon I could jump down safely now.
A curb, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, well, I'm just starting rolling off curbs again. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Enough
good,
face.
all of it's,
There's
it's
a
a
lot
good
of it
feeling.
separate.
Right, yeah.
I had a little skate up here earlier, just while we were walking up. But yeah, that was good enough. A few
Yeah.
little ollies and just rolling around. It's quite nice. But
Cool. So you started skating then in your teens. So you were sort of, who were the sort of main skate? What was the? So
So I grew up in a
first
little.
videos that you watched, or
Yeah, I grew up in a little village outside of Darlington, up in the northeast, and there was I was saying to Dick before, there's a quarter ramp there, which I think is one of the oldest ramps in the country.
right?
It's like it's been on quite a lot of death videos, and the scene in Darlington at the time was the Callow twins, Ronnie's still on death,
yeah,
and there was Bingo who ran Mischief Skate Shop. But they were like the bigger boys, so I was kind of a bit intimidated by them. But I was in with a little crew of skaters from my village, and then when we went to sixth form college, I just kind of got into a wider network of skaters, and then I moved to Leeds, and then there was the guys who were running Wisdom Skate Shop in Leeds, and then it just kind of went from there, you know what I mean? And just started skating in the street a little bit more, and skating parks a bit more. And
So when was this? In sort of the mid 90s, was it? Late
90s, yeah, from probably 97 or 98 right through to the early 2000s when I was skating in Leeds. And then I moved out of Leeds when I did 6 years in Leeds, and I moved up to Newcastle. And then when I lived up in Newcastle, I wasn't skating as much because I didn't really have a crew of skaters with me. But I would still skate, but just not as much. And then I lived in Newcastle for 6 years, and then I moved down to London. And then when I got down to London, I was just back on it, really.
Yeah.
And then I skate. I try and skate as much as I can, really. I've got my own art practice as well, and that kind of probably limits how much I skateboard, really.
Yeah, sure. It's growing up, isn't it?
Well, that's it.
responsibilities.
Yeah.
It is hard, isn't it, to find the time? But I'm a big fan of the early morning, especially in the summer.
Yeah, definitely.
Just
and
getting out, you can have an hour and nobody's
quiet
there.
as well.
You can,
That's it. You get the park to yourself. And also down in South London, like at Charlton and Crystal Palace, you get quite a lot of the gentlemen of a certain age, let's say.
Yeah.
And they're getting a couple of hours in before work or whatever.
I've noticed that at Palace a few times we've been there. Yeah, we've got there at sort of 7:30 in the morning, and there's
there's
a
always
good crew of blokes there.
Yeah, if there's daylight at Crystal Palace and it's dry,
Quite like that idea.
there'll always be someone there. Like it's weird.
It's like a documentary, a photo project, isn't there?
You've got the same. I mean, people I know, same thing. They'll do it before work, so it's same as Clissold Parks like that. There's a good, 40+ scene up there.
Yeah. Well, I guess
There's a few of the youngsters sneaking in, but they've got to ask permission. You can't just turn up.
Show the respect. That's good.
Yeah,
Do
definitely.
they show their respect to the old ones? I know,
They do actually, to be fair. Yeah, a lot of the younger ones do. I'm not saying all of them do, but
because I think I
generally.
might have told you earlier, Dan doing some bodyboarding in the summer, and some kids started giving me a bit of crap. And it was just because they didn't know me. And I get, I was been there before, so I started chatting to them. Turned out I went to school with their dads.
Yeah.
I was like, I know your dads. I used to go surfing with them. They're like, oh, did you?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's all right then.
What, my dad was cool?
I skate with a guy in South London. He's a really nice bloke. He's a head teacher.
Oh, really? There you go.
Oh.
Who's that?
Yeah. He's a lad.
Mr. something.
Yeah, I don't want to go,
Yeah. I'll tell you this off air. Well, shall we? Because you've brought us a really great collection of records.
Yeah.
Really varied as well.
Okay, yeah.
And I know we're probably not going to be able to play all of it, but shall we start off? Should you play a couple of tunes?
I forgot we had records.
Yeah, I know, mate. Chatting away. It's always good. So the tune I think we were going to play was it Rotten? It sounds like Rotten?
Is it the... Yeah, it's the
Janka,
African...
Navy. Okay.
Yeah, they're from Sierra Leone.
Right,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. And I kind of weirdly came across it on an advert for a Sierra Leone football kit. It's just I just like the vibe in it. It's just got a nice nice kind of
An
quick
advert
tempo.
for a Sierra Leone.
Yeah, sorry, that
Yeah,
hasn't really taken
I know.
Yeah.
I like
What channels are you watching?
I know, yeah.
this?
I like football kits.
Yeah.
Kind of weird football kits.
Retro
They age badly, I think, and I quite like that about football kits. They look horrible.
The more
But
garish,
the
the
Afro
horrible-
kits are good as well. I mean, the African.
They're normally quite good.
We're
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
digressing, but do you remember, was it Cameroon or something? They tried to bring out an all-in-one kit, and it got banned. And it was, I think it was like
What?
2002, and it was like an all-in Google it.
Bodysuit.
Yes,
Oh,
a
it should
short
be
bodysuit.
banned.
Oh God,
Like a cycling.
that's
jersey.
Yeah,
horrendous.
basically, yeah.
Yeah, I was
It
going
was
to say.
attached to the
Spandex.
trousers. Yeah.
You only have all-in-one suits in swimming,
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
not anything else. Just doesn't look good.
Anyway,
it
let's.
doesn't.
I mean, we can chat. I could chat. Also, football kits, brilliant in terms of like the old classic kits. But let's play some music.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with this tune then, from a Sierra Leone football kit advert.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out, Gabe. Check it out. Check it out. Check it. Yanes, Papanes, Anes, Kuruma, President of Salud. Yanes, Papanes, Anes, Kuruma, President of Salud. Bamboo music, baby, can you do more? Kanyide afumami ya Mariamne abuja basu ngana tali rokomo abugo yaye kadura mirotinda manwa bani rotinda ko yiteke manwa sakabino anamba rai narakino afuma se amariamne ko yiteke manwa sakabino manwa bani tayo minoi manwa niyemi Uncle me to money and me. Come cupo batsme, barat bayambala me, yambala margislme, marka sabka me katko bobo patame, bomo somamba me amabiri tindata. Bonba bonuru tindata. Bonba bonu yayo minoi. Ayi deke bonunga satabinoi. Anamba rai narakino. Akilimi bo mani yemi. Afuma sweet amariam fet. be happy. He must be happy in his world. Nigel is a nice spoken man. He likes to speak and he loves to be spoken to. Nigel is happy in his world. Nigel is happy in his world. We're only making plans for Nigel. We only want what's best for him. We're only making plans for Nigel. Nigel just needs this helping hand. And if young Nigel says he's happy, he must be happy. He must be happy. He must be happy in his world. We're only making plans for Nigel. We only want what's best for him. We're only making plans for Nigel. Nigel just needs this helping hand. We're only making plans for Nigel. He has this future in a British still, yeah. We're only making plans for Nigel, 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 Nigel,
Don't sing if you want to live long. They have no use for your song. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead and out of this world. You'll never get a second chance. Plan all your moves in advance. Stay dead, stay dead, stay dead, stay dead and out of this world. Run fast, don't stand in the sun. There's too much work to be done. You're down, you're down, you're down, you're down and out of this world. Don't ever talk with your eyes. Be sure that you compromise. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead and out of this world. Hear the unloved weeping like rain. Guard your sleep from the sound of their pain. Long gone, long gone, long gone, long gone and out of this world. When you smile and it tears your face, it's time for the inhuman race. You're down, you're down, you're down, you're down and out of this world. Now your hope and compassion is gone. You've sold out your dream to the world. Stay dead, stay dead, stay dead. You're dead and out of this world.
I'm not on the Wi-Fi.
Okay, so some three really great records, very different. Prompted loads of conversation. Someone who messaged me, Rising Damp, who's listening, messaged me and said about the XTC record. He's got a really good story to tell me about this record. So I asked him to tell me, but my phone's just died, so I can't share it. So sorry, Rising Damp, if you are texting me that. But yeah, that African tune.
I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll play it next week. We'll do it then.
We'll update. I don't think we'll be able to handle suspense till next week.
Well, maybe we'll see. We'll have a look in a minute. It's charging. Maybe we can fit it in. So obviously, the African tune, brilliant, wasn't it? Really good.
Yeah, chat. He's in
you could put it in the Mixcloud chat if it's not too long. And then XTC,
classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
I don't really know. To be honest with you, I'm nodding my head going, I haven't really listened to them, to be honest, But
well, Making Plans for Nigel is like a pretty good place to start, isn't it?
It was a good tune, man. It's a good tune.
Have you heard that before?
No, I probably have heard it before, but I've never seeked after them.
You must have heard that before.
When I was
Pitch Shifter did a really bad cover of it.
Did they?
Pitch Shifter.
I'm probably more familiar with Pitch Shifter.
Really bad songs, all of them, I think.
Kind of comes with the territory, doesn't it?
When I was about 16 or 17, my next door neighbour was this old fella. Gave me obviously he was clearing out the stuff because like his kid was a lot older and he'd grown up and he'd moved away, and he gave me an XTC. He said, "You like music, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "I thought she'd work like this," and he gave me an XTC, like a book about them. And I was, "Oh, thanks," and I never read it. I put it on my shelf.
Yeah, just like
missed out.
big time.
I'll have to try and see if I've still got it.
I mean, not that I know anything about them.
Go to a landfill site, have a good scrape around, see if you can find that XTC.
I'll get on Amazon, man. Probably pick it up for a penny. Don't you think?
Yeah, that's probably a safer option.
Because there's this thing I was reading this article about how people keep hold of books, and they've done this thing now. If you go on Amazon and see how much it would cost to buy that book collection, because it's the same sort of like Captain Corelli's Mandolin or like the Da Vinci Code and stuff. And then you work out the square footage it's taking up, especially if you live in central London. And it's like you're losing money. Basically.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a sucker for that one, like collecting books. Not throwing them away, even though I'll never ever read them ever again.
But it's also what you're keeping as well, isn't it? I mean, like if you're keeping like the girl with the dragon tattoo, good books, but do you necessarily need to keep them? I don't know. You tell me, how many books have you got?
Oh, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. A lot, quite a few, yeah. All the Mr. Men books.
Oh, okay.
Captain Pugwash is in there as well.
Oh, okay. Well, so this is like, but this is probably leading on. So, funny enough, I mean, obviously I didn't meet Zwörg's mate, but you've since shown me. That sort of reminds me a bit. Something quite pugwashy about
Dobutsu. He's part of a body of work I'm working on at the moment. It's like a new body of work called The Future's Forgotten Rituals, and it's a kind of vision of the future, 900 years after a global nuclear and ecological disaster, and society's kind of regressed back to a second dark age, and kind of global networks have all broken down, and there's little small insular communities that kind of hang on in there. They're all disparate and they all have their own weird little characteristics, but they all do these weird kind of rituals, which are where they wear masks, which is where Dobutsu comes in, and he's a spirit of all of the future's extinct animals. So if the animals in the future are kind of really valued, because there's hardly any of them left because they've all been wiped out. And so if anybody mistreats or is nasty or cruel to any animals, then you can invoke the spirit of Dobutsu and place a curse on somebody.
Right,
so
okay.
So he's one of the kind of spirits from the future.
I know a few people like that now that need curses placed on them for being cruel to animals.
It's a funny one because normally you have to normally invoke him with a purification ritual, but you guys are obviously doing something right because he just rocked up here and.
I mean, Zwörg's quite a pure.
Well, he's also a real charismatic guy, isn't he? He's got
he fitted right in anyway. That's for sure.
yeah. There's a lot of people loving Zwörg. Do you know what I mean? It seems to be. Cool. So your art then, the stuff that you do. How have you always done art then? Is this?
Yeah,
it progressed.
I guess so. I mean, what happened was when I was about 16, getting into skating, I was always good at art at school, so I was always quite good at drawing. My dad always pushed me at it. He was a tattoo artist as well.
Right, okay.
So my mum's like, she's not really very good.
So your dad was a tattoo artist?
Yeah,
that must have been quite, back then it would have been very different to like what it is now.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was a psychiatric nurse for years, and then he became a tattoo artist, and but he did it in. If anybody knows the Northeast, he did it in Catterick, where there's an army garrison there. So we were just getting a constant flow of fodder coming in. And then I was always kind of pushed in the arts, really, art and music. And then I got into skating. I didn't really know what I was doing. Did my A-levels, kind of tried to do a degree, dropped out. And then I ended up working in a bank and like writing.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked in a bank doing fraud investigation, but I was always writing a lot of graffiti and stuff like that and kind of being a bit of a nuisance. And I was always still skating and I was always still drawing. And then I got to 25. One of the guys who I used to skate with, Chris Lawson, he was doing a foundation at the time in Leeds, and he said to me like, "Oh, you should apply for this art course, get yourself out of the bank," because I fucking hated it, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then
Not surprised.
and then I went to art school, and all of a sudden I was doing like 9 till 5, like drawing all day and making artwork, and it was like the best thing that happened to me, really.
Right.
It was the best
Amazing.
thing. It was wicked.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, you might get people who just say like art school's shit, and to me it changed my life.
Yeah.
So it was a really, really positive thing. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, the art school's probably getting harder and harder, isn't it now?
Yeah, I mean,
it's getting because of the money that's associated with it.
yeah, the model for art school's getting shit. Like it's too expensive now.
Yeah, so it's only the privileged really that can do it.
Yeah, and it's too elitist as well, and the kind of structure of it. But there are art schools that like they're coming through where they're non-accredited, but they're kind of doing their own kind of model of education. So there's a good one down at the Elephant called Terps Banana,
Right.
and there's another really good one that I work with in Southend called Toma. And they kind of have set up an alternative model of what an art school should be, and they're kind of going back to basics, kind of.
Yeah.
The fees are affordable.
Yeah, great.
And you
good.
get really good tuition and all that
good,
shit.
Good. So the art then. So you've been doing art for a while, and then because printmaking was your thing, but haven't I seen some of your stuff and it's quite abstract?
Yeah,
as
well,
like, did you do something with the flowers? Was that yours?
Yeah, I do sculpture as well. Yeah, so I did a piece at the Royal Academy which was like made out of flowers, and then I do video work as well.
Right.
But the backbone of my practice is printmaking.
Yeah.
And what happened was when I was doing my degree, I kind of fancied myself as a sculptor, and really kind of all the waifs and strays at uni ended up doing printmaking. And I kind of, the northerner in me kind of was like, oh, I need a trade. So I kind of got into printmaking. And then from there, I did a post-grad, an MA at the Royal College in fine art printmaking. And then after that, I just got a job in printmaking, and I've always just been a printer since then.
Yeah. So my really a good friend of mine's, I've never met him, he told me the story. His aunt was a bronze sculpturist, and became pretty well known and made a living from it. And she was commissioned to make a golden turkey for Bernard Matthews.
Oh God, the dizzy heights.
Yeah, so she made this.
That is good. That's good.
This giant golden turkey for Matthews, and apparently it was so heavy it kept sinking. So they put it in his garden and it sunk. And they had to do like loads of work to stop this golden turkey, bronze turkey. Shall I say?
Reinforce it.
Yeah. And then so printmaking then. So, but we're talking about you've never done done any printing on a deck before then?
No,
so have you ever dabbled in skate art then? Traditionally, skate like deck art or anything like that?
I was always kind of influenced in skateboard kind of graphics, and I still am really. It's like those kind of, I know you guys have got some of the Foz graphics
so,
here.
Yeah, because again, what era? So the era. Because what we searched on this last week is interesting, like with skateboarding, like the age you were, the era that you kind of got into, sort of shapes your stuff. So Dick's kind of like he likes the more kind of like punkier.
Yeah, it was Toy Machine really.
Like I kind of like the sort of more the colourful stuff that would have been around. From
Well,
the
like you say with
mid-90s,
Heroin, Foz, I think his graphics are some of the best.
Yeah,
out
definitely.
there now, well, for a long while they have been, I think, personally.
I like stuff like this because it sort of reminds me.
Of Acid House.
Exactly. Big Acid House.
Those heady days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, big Acid House scene in Cornwall.
I mean, Creature do some good graphics.
Yeah,
they're nice. Yeah,
I think color wise, I think Foz kind of gets it.
Foz owns it, doesn't he? Really, at the moment.
I
mean, I liked in the late 90s and 2000. I like Dead Templeton and the Toy Machine.
I liked the Toy Machine stuff.
And I liked
really
his
good,
photography work as well.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
like
mean?
Templeton. Yeah.
The smoke, the series of people smoking and kids smoking and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought they were great.
I just brought for my kids. There's this book. It's quite a nice present actually. It's like 150 skate stickers. So you've got Toy Machine, Alien Workshop.
Oh yeah, classics.
Santa Cruz. I can't remember the other. Real
Powell.
No, not Powell. But the toy. But it really got me like just really seeing like Ed Templeton's stuff for Toy Machine.
I like
It's brilliant.
Consolidated.
Yeah.
I like their graphic as well.
There's that great I really love that Ed Templeton drawing of Jesus and the devil. It's Bury the Hatchet. I think that's great.
Yeah, that's a great one,
really
isn't it?
great
Yeah.
Image,
And I used to like all the kind of little weird animations in the Toy Machine films as well.
And the creatures, isn't it?
I like all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, Ed Templeton's an interesting guy, really. It's sort of his photography stuff. There's a good, I think I mentioned this before, there's a really good podcast where he's been interviewed by, what's the guy? He always does all the stuff on sort of, Nana Cherry's dad. What's he called? Don Letts.
Oh, yeah.
Don Letts interviewed him. It's worth a listen. I think
Don Letts was connected to The Clash, wasn't he? Was he?
Yeah, Big
he
Audio
was,
Dynamite he was in,
Yeah, that's it.
he was, yeah. Yeah, he talked, funny if he talked in that episode.
What, he's Nana Cherry's dad?
I think someone's told me that. I could be wrong, though. You're nodding like you don't know. No. But yeah, Ed Templeton, he's good. That for me,
For me, I always had respect for Ed Templeton because he was doing things like, he had Alyssa Steamer on the team, so one of the first teams to bring females onto teams, and he was a big advocate for gay rights as well. So I've got a lot, he was doing that. He was doing articles in Big Brother magazine, I think, where people were writing in and sending him a lot of hate mail because he was so kind of pro gay rights, and he was kind of playing on that. And
Well, he said he wasn't. He just wasn't really interested in getting wasted, so that he got into photography, and now he's got this amazing back catalogue of because he was like one of the first pro skaters. He said I was just getting paid like $3,000. I think he said he's being paid like $3,000 a month.
Yeah,
and skating as a pro was different in those. Obviously, had to be good, but he just had to get a few photos essentially. But he was traveling all around the world, and he came from a pretty humble background. But he just wasn't interested in the partying.
Yeah,
so he just would go around following all the other skaters, photographing stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
the other one who's I think he's got a good photographic eye is Arto Sari.
Oh, okay, I haven't.
Oh yeah,
some of his photographs
really good. Yeah,
they're
really
cracking, aren't they?
At, yeah.
I
don't. He didn't really post much skating anyway, does he?
No, I don't know what happened with him. He had a load of bad head injuries, didn't he? And then I think he's got his pool, I think, in the gut. I don't know.
I heard he moved from that place.
Right, okay.
I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, there was a lot of good footage came from that.
Yeah,
because most of the footage of him as well was just street anyway, wasn't it? But then he had that amazing pool in the back garden.
Yeah,
just built for skating. So yeah, but his photography is really good as well, isn't it? He's another one.
Yeah, beauty.
And Jason Lee actually, he does.
Yeah, that's true.
Another Scientologist. He's left Scientology recently, hasn't he? Yeah.
He moved to Texas, didn't he? And
something like that.
Everyone was panicking, going, "You haven't come here to do that shit, have you?" And no, we've left. We've quit.
Well, he was an interesting bloke, wasn't he, as well?
My Name is Earl. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before that, in the Kevin Lee films, wasn't he? He was in because of the acting and stuff.
And also his boards are quite good.
Yeah. Hey, wasn't he Stereo? Was it Stereo?
I think he was.
Wasn't he? Stereo? Yeah.
Did he invent the backside board slide, or is that just some weird shit that I dreamt up?
You don't know. I
wouldn't know that. I would say. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
I remember coveting some Jason Lee. I think they were airwalks or green.
I think it's disconnected.
Green airwalk. They weren't airwalks, were they? I don't know. They were green suede anyway. Who knows? We digress too much. Shall we play some more records?
Yes,
what do you think? Yeah?
Let's do it.
Just maybe slight technical hitch, but Tim's working on it. Is there any tune next that's calling out that you wanted to play?
Oof.
Can you remember?
I can't remember from it.
Got grey tapes.
Oh yeah, the Swag Lemon.
Grey tapes.
Yeah, I did some artwork for those guys.
All right, cool. All right, well, let's get this tune now bumping. Disconnected, is it?
jewels fast. Run them jewels fast. Run them, fuck the slow-mo.
Hey. Fashion slave, you protested to get in a fucking lookbook. Everything I scribbles like the anarchist cookbook.
Look good, posing in the center for the cookbook.
Black on black with the ski mask, that is my crook look. How you like my styling, bruh? Ain't nobody smiling, bruh. About to turn this motherfucker up like Rikers Island, bruh. My thuggers and my cripples and my blooders and my brothers. When you niggas gon' unite and kill the police motherfuckers or take over a jail, get them CO's hell. The burning of that sofa, goddamn, I love the smell. Blankets and pillow torching, where the fuck the warden? And when you find them, we don't kill them, we just waterboard them. We killing them for freedom, cause they tortured us for boredom. And even if some good ones die, fuck it, the Lord will sort them.
We out of order, your honor, you out of order. This whole court is unimportant, you fuckers are walking corpses. I'm a clip wig synonym, living within distortion. A bite into a cyanide molar before you whores win. I'm a New Yorkie and I'm fucked for the jump. I wear my Yankees so tilted, I actually walk with a hunch. Look at Mikey, I think he like you, we are sinister sons.
Hey, we the type to preach it with a grin and a gun. Come on.
Run them jewels fast. Run them jewels fast. Run them jewels fast. Run them jewels fast.
A wise man once said,
we all dead, fuck it.
Just spit it disgusting youngin' and hold your nuts while you gunning. I listened tatted a sentence on my dick last summer. Now I'll never get that phrase off my brain, it's no wonder. I'm here to buy hearts, I got hundreds. Honey, the cheaper the parts, the better buy for the money. I'm training vagina whispering, glistening, waiting for the christening. I know the neighbors can't help but listening. A dirty boy who come down on the side of dissonance. I can't even relax without sirens off in the distance. Not shitting you, little buddy. This fucking island's a prison. The only solace I have is an act of conjugal visiting.
My solitary conditions preventing conjugal visits. Domain and missing my misses. They keeping me from my chilling conditions. Create a villain. The villain is giving vision. The vision becomes a vow to seek vengeance on all the vicious liars and politicians. Profiteers of the prisons. The forehead engravers, enslavers of men and women, including members of clergy that rule on you through religion.
So strip your kids to the nude and then tell them God will forgive them.
Run them jewels fast. Run them jewels fast. Run them jewels fast. Run them jewels fast.
Hey,
Run them. It's Taylor on the cut, lifting 6 on your stitching crew. I'm miles ahead of you, you can sip my bitches brew. My battle status is burning mansions from Dallas to Malibu. Check my resume, your residence is residue. Call her a skin job, and my honey dick will backflip for you. You playing God, your eye socket, she gon' rip it too. We sick of bleeding out a tray, spraying victim you. Done dying, fill up AK dicking you. Eclipse in the bottom, we dipping from Gotham. Yes, eclipsed by the shadows, a dark dance to the coffin. I'm a fellow with melanin, suspect of a felony. With black rock in my law, feds is checking my melody. Yes, aggressively tested with bomb stretches and penalties. Some cases we're facing a cop, please, but we season a pump. With reason to dump on you global grand dragons. Still piling fast bucks, Afghani toe tagging. Now they tracking me, yeah, we busting backseat. The only thing that close quicker than our caskets be the factory. Run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them, fuck the slow-mo.
That girl thinks she's the queen. Speedy motorcycle, won't you change me? Speedy motorcycle, won't you change me? In a world of funny changes, speedy motorcycle, won't you change me? Speedy motorcycle of my heart. Speedy motorcycle, always changing me. Speedy motorcycle, don't you drive recklessly. Speedy motorcycle of my heart. Many girls have taken you for a ride, hurt you deep inside, but you never slow down. Speedy motorcycle in my heart. Speedy motorcycle, let's be smart. Cause we don't want to wreck, but we can do a lot of tricks. We don't have to break our neck to get our kicks. Speedy motorcycle, the road is ours. Speedy motorcycle, let's speed some more. We don't need reason and we don't need logic, cause we got feeling and we're dang proud of it. Speedy motorcycle, there's nothing you can't do. Speedy motorcycle, I love you. Speedy motorcycle, let's just go. Speedy motorcycle, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Okay, so a couple of technical issues there. Again, Mixcloud is messing us around. So we're now on YouTube and we're recording it as well, so we'll upload it and everything. But we're on live, so we kind of played a couple of tunes without really talking about it. We played Bikini Kill, we played the Zach De La Rocha tune, Run the Jewels. We also played
Grey Tapes. Yeah, I played Grey Tapes as well.
Yeah, is that the band?
Tapes, yeah, they're a band that I know from Newcastle, and they're kind of there's some of the guys in the band were in a band that I was in years ago, and then when they brought this album out, their Grey Tapes album, I did all the artwork for the album, so they're
cool.
Yeah, they're wicked. They're
Right,
really good.
so this this artwork I'm looking at, very small on the screen, was your art then? I think.
Yeah, like it was the first time I'd worked with a band to do all the artwork, and it came out really good. Yeah, and then there was like hundreds limited edition prints with the albums as well. So yeah, it was good. It was great working with it.
And then we ended on Daniel Johnson tune.
Yeah,
I have been through phases of listening to a lot of Daniel Johnson. Anyone here familiar with Daniel Johnson?
No.
Yeah.
Tim?
No. Not much.
Andrea, you know, yeah. So I saw him play. Obviously, he died a couple of years ago, didn't he? Died recently.
Yeah. Here we go.
But I know. But I saw him play. When he was alive. Yeah.
It's become a bit of a running.
It's a dark joke that could get us into trouble.
Sort of a dead or alive sort of vibe.
Most of Andrea's song choices the other week. Who was that then? Oh, these are but they're dead.
Yeah,
Daniel Johnson,
every single song. was like that. So, and it wasn't even Halloween.
No. So yeah, Daniel Johnston I saw play at Union Chapel maybe 10 years ago. I don't know, 2006, longer than that actually.
Yeah.
And he was in a bit of a bad way then, but really amazing. And then
Yeah, not that we were laughing at.
no. Were you,
Death
so Daniel Johnston, like again, have you seen The Devil and Daniel Johnston, the movie, the film?
No.
Oh, really good documentary. Checked. Oh yeah. See, this is. I wanted to show that at Toxic Popcorn. That was on the plan. What was on the list? I know. Really good documentary. So he obviously was just a guy. I think Daniel Johnston arguably was on the spectrum, perhaps. Anyway.
Yeah.
Started writing this really lo-fi music like that. People picked it up. Like people like Kurt. He was famous because Kurt Cobain was a fan. And we can talk about his art in a minute as well. But really interesting bloke. And then he went on tour with the Butthole Surfers.
Right.
This is to watch his documentary, and he never came back quite the same. But amazing artwork. Check out. Yeah, I mean, I actually have a Daniel Johnston print.
Okay, wow.
Like one of, like a not a really
signed.
Yeah. Yes. Is it signed?
Ooh.
No. It's not. It wasn't. I mean, it was a numbered. It's a numbered print. Like it's one of maybe 100.
Yeah.
It's. I don't know if it's an official signature. I don't know, but it was bought from the Daniel Johnston place, and it was
right. Wow.
It was only about 30 or 40 quid when I bought it, so that was probably about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So I need to look it up. So I've got two. So I've got one which is basically, I don't think it's just a copy. It's like a standard print, but I think the colour one is a bit more special. This one was really cheap, and my girlfriend at the time got it for me as a present and bought this other one because it was cheap, and it was shipping it over from the States.
Yeah.
It's really got a Captain America. It's one of the Captain's got a Captain America one.
Amazing. Yeah. Just super good lo-fi music.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of into that kind of that vibe. Lo-fi stuff, like keeping it DIY. And
He
all
was
that
like he was lo-fi, wasn't he? I mean,
yeah,
stuff like that. His earlier cassette recordings.
Kind of quite endearing though, I think, as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. You've probably seen his artwork. Have you seen the "Hi, how are you" T-shirts?
Yeah. And I'm quite like I've always been quite aware of him, just without ever really
digging him out.
Just checking him out that much. Yeah.
There's a massive back catalogue. He recorded a lot of stuff, so I think a lot of people dig up the early stuff like that and tunes like "Walking the Cow."
Yeah, I think that's the stuff I'm kind of more familiar with, like the kind of Casio keyboard kind of stuff.
Yeah, and then there was like some more polished stuff, and then there was a couple of compilation albums where he had quite a lot of fans. So people like, I think Stephen Malcolm did some stuff, and there's a couple of compilations of people doing his songs. But yeah, really good, and his artwork is again good stuff. Check him out. So, anything else you want to talk about? Really, kind of that being offline for a second, kind of unhinged.
A bit, isn't it?
We're sending Dick's going to speak to BT.
Yeah,
get the BT man. XLN.
Whoever they are.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Maybe that's what the problem is.
That might be what the problem is.
You don't actually have internet.
You're the one.
I know they're real because they're taking money out of the bank account.
Some fella came round and just put this box and said, "Here, boy." That's
I
router.
got
siphoning off.
I got the router.
But they didn't even give you a router, so that's your own router. Yeah, I think we might be establishing the root of the problem.
The router.
The router of the
problem.
Yeah. My internet skills are very bad, so
we'll research
for YouTube and Netflix, it's fine.
Yeah.
So
other than that,
you say that, and obviously you've done some work for bands. Have you done a lot? I mean, have you done a lot of work in music or?
Not really. I mean, when, like I was saying before, when I was a kid, I was always kind of pushed in playing music. So I played in a brass band when I was a little boy.
Right.
And then
what did you play then?
A euphonium.
A euphonium?
Yeah, it's kind of an umpire type instrument that you stick on your lap. Yeah, and then I played in a brass band as well. And then when I was 8, my dad bought me a guitar, and then my mum wouldn't let me quit the euphonium until I figured out how to play the guitar. So I figured out how to play a handful of Bob Dylan songs to appease mum, and then I quit the euphonium and just played the guitar, and then joined a few bands after that, and just pissed around in bands.
That's a switch that's kind of on par with me, because I used to play the flute when I was.
I was really hoping you were going to say the flute.
Very accomplished flautist.
Oh yeah, very accomplished. It's all coming out.
Yeah.
What grades did you get to?
Scholarship. So I was.
Sorry, I nearly knocked down a load of skateboards.
I played the trumpet for a bit.
Did you?
My dad used to work at a private school, which I went to when I was quite young, until I was about 14, and I played the flute and got a music scholarship, and then I ended up leaving that school and going to a state school over in Harrogate, and it was I was 14 when I moved to that state school, so I was at an all boys school. Then I moved to a normal state school when I was 14, and obviously got introduced to girls for the first time.
Can't carry a flute there.
Very much realised very quickly that the flute is not an instrument that is particularly endearing to teenage girls. So I quit the flute and I started playing the drums because for probably similar reasons.
But weirdly, that Gil Scott Heron song that we played right back at the beginning has got nice jazz flute in there.
Yeah. I mean, Jeffrey Toll.
I was going to say I quite like the Jeffrey Toll t-shirts.
I never really did the jazz thing. I was very much more kind of a bit of foray or a bit of something like that. So
yeah.
My sister played the flute. She got quite good at that.
It's a beautiful instrument.
Yeah, she got quite high up the grades, but I didn't with the trumpet.
Yeah,
I didn't get anywhere.
The trumpet's got a bit more kudos, I think, Dick. It's like, with
I played
Scar
in front of the school when I was 12.
Yeah.
Me and my friend, he had a cornet. Was it a cornet?
Cornet, yeah.
Yeah, he had that, and I had a trumpet. Then we had to stand at either side of the entrance to the assembly hall and play this
fanfare.
Yeah. That was the only live performance I did with that. Cause the teacher I had was awful. He used to, if you didn't practice, he'd hit the back of the chair.
Yeah.
And go mad at you, and I was like, I'm not really into this.
I'd be quite tempted to play the Darth Vader song off Star Wars as a fanfare.
Yeah. Well, my mate didn't learn the bit. I learned it, to be fair. I actually learned what we were supposed to do, and then because my friend didn't, the teacher had to make it really simple for him. And it wasn't that hard anyway, because I wasn't very good at it, but I could do what we were supposed to do, but he couldn't. So we had to play a little stripped down version of it.
Well, I wanted to play the trumpet, but I couldn't get my lips around the mouthpiece.
Oh yeah.
So I was given the euphonium. It's got a nice big.
Supposed to put your lips around.
Supposed to puff.
No,
Maybe
that's where I was going wrong. Yeah. Sucking the instrument off.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah.
No one had the heart to tell you.
The teacher. Yeah.
I feel a little
slurping
bit
away on it.
I didn't play a trumpet or anything.
No.
I did. I like when I was a teenager. But the closest thing I've got is we had to do. We were doing music. I must have been like 14, and we were supposed to be practicing for to do a performance, and we were just pissing about. Left, when you're left on your own for a couple of hours.
That's what music was at school.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
It was. And we didn't have the actual teacher. It was he was sick, so we had a French teacher. It was this crazy French lady sort of monitoring us, and she came in and she's quite strict. She said, "Right, I need to see what we've been doing all afternoon," and I'm not joking. We mimed to a tape.
What was the song?
I can't remember. It wasn't even it was something like some stuff that you couldn't even make a sound to the actual music, and we were standing there pissing ourselves. I was on the bass guitar going like this.
That's what drama was though, as well. I took drama at school, and for that reason, I remember the drama teacher saying, "You've got so much potential." And I said, I'll be honest with you, I literally took this because I thought I could piss around for 3 hours every sort of Wednesday afternoon or whatever.
Art classes are like that as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
At school, art was always
I was never good at. I couldn't draw. I wanted to be able to draw.
Same, I could draw.
I actually did enjoy that, funnily enough. But I tried to do it as a GCSE, but they were like, "You're not good enough." Yeah. But I actually did enjoy that. So then I went, "All right, I'll just do drama then, because at least you can piss around."
See, I've enjoyed drawing as an adult. I have a sketchbook and I draw, but it's you draw it. There's just it's a combination of talent and practice. So I'll draw something and I think, oh yeah, this is really good.
See, I've never ever drawn anything and looked at it and gone, that's good.
No, I kind of think it's because you get lost in it and you draw it because you can see the improvement in yourself.
Yeah.
But then when you put it up against someone who's very skilled, you go, oh shit,
Yeah, but I think it's like
the Zwörg t-shirt.
But you are your own worst critic, aren't you? Anyway.
Yeah, but I'm not. Also, I'm fully aware.
It's like but with skating, you're not going to just jump on a board and start.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
you've got to stick at it.
Yeah.
It's probably the same with drawing to a degree. You've just got to practice.
And draw every day, haven't you?
Yeah, and
just bones, hopefully.
Someone shows you a few tips and kind of, you pick bits and pieces up along the way, and then. The other thing is, I don't actually believe people can't. When people say they can't draw, I don't know if I believe that.
No, I think can't draw is, you're right.
I think everyone's got a style.
It's a style, isn't it? And then there's, I guess there's techniques and there's,
But you do see some stinkers, don't you?
Oh, yeah. But they're the people that actually think what they're doing is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
But again, they've probably got something they could do that was good, but they haven't found their style yet. have
I've
they?
just always found my drawing like I'm creative enough that I can see it in my head, but then like.
Yeah, I'm like that.
When you try and put it down on paper,
that's not what I'm thinking of.
That's not what I'm looking at.
So, if maybe in like the Renaissance times, people would have a certain specialism. So, say if the 16th chapel was being painted, someone would be good at doing fabric, or someone would be good at doing hands, or something like that. Where do you guys see yourselves? What's as your specialism
Hang on, this
in
is
drawing?
a role reversal here.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
What could you draw, Mr. Dick? What? I was going to say Mr. Men again. I've got Mr. Men on the mind.
I actually tattooed a cobweb on my leg.
Oh yeah, you've done a bit of tattooing, haven't you?
Which I was quite proud of because it's mainly straight lines.
Yeah,
probably. I like straight lines.
Geometrics.
Stick men, I can do stick men. Not so much geometrics. Like if they're too close together.
So Richard's got cobwebs.
I draw these funny bird heads. I'm quite proud of.
Bird heads.
I draw them for my kids, and then it's funny. My kids have started drawing them at school, so I'm obviously like inspiring them. And there's not much difference between what Jago's drawn, who's like 6, and like what I've drawn, who's like 40. So yeah, I can show you. I'll draw you one in a minute. I'll draw
All
you
right.
one
Okay.
bird heads,
Great.
I went through a real phase at one point where I got really good at drawing South Park characters.
Oh, sweet, yeah. Cute.
Definitely.
Yeah, see, Mossy's like, that's good. Yeah.
Definitely couldn't do it now, but like, it was obviously a bit of a thing for a while, and like, because they're quite.
Yeah.
I remember I saw a video online or something of how to like, you build it up from the head and the body and everything. It's quite simple.
I think I could change mine then because I practiced to draw the little. You remember the Madness band logo?
Oh yeah, the Rude Boy.
I could draw that.
Yeah.
But that was straight lines.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What about Fido Dido then? You could draw.
Who's that?
The
7-Up guy. Yeah.
The guy was in that 7-Up adverts.
Yeah, Fido Dido.
I loved when I was like 8 or 9. Again, I went to Spain on holiday, and there was a shop that sold loads of Fido Dido stuff.
It was like a big thing, wasn't it?
I became obsessed with it, and I've got all this. I've got a Fido Dido tin.
Yeah.
Which I love, and still got a rubber key ring.
I think I had a Fido Dido T-shirt.
I did. I have one on a skateboard.
Yeah, probably got it from CNA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Fido Dido, like he pops in and out. He's popped out recently. What about you, Mossy? You got any drawing skills?
Yeah, draw Homer Simpson. That's it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Homer Simpson.
That's good.
Yeah.
Simpsons characters as well.
Perhaps there's a pop-up. We can all draw something tonight, and people can vote for which they prefer.
Yeah.
Best worst.
Oh, that's pressure.
Yeah, pressure. Straight lines.
Got a nice.
Should we play some tunes? Because obviously we've probably got sort of 20 minutes left before we round this up. We kind of lost the flow a bit because of the. So what have we got left? We've got Pete Shelley.
Anything by James Galway.
Specs.
Do you remember him, Tim? James Galway, was he one of your? He was a flutist.
Oh, he was a flautist.
Ross,
whatever you call it.
Alex,
my dad used to like. I remember
Alexandra, the Kronos Quartet, Velvet Underground.
Yeah, let's get that on.
Yeah, let's get that. We'll get that going. Get the juices going.
That's good to see.
Cool. All right.
I can't believe.
Shiny, shiny, shiny boots of leather. Whiplash, girl child in the dark. Comes in bells, your servant, don't forsake him. Strike dear mistress and cure his heart. Sins of street-light fancies. Chase the costumes she shall wear. Ermine furs adorn imperious.
Severin awaits you there. Sleep for 1,000 years, 1,000 dreams that would awake me. Different colors made of tears. Kiss the boot of shiny, shiny leather. Shiny leather in the dark. Tongue the thongs, the belt that does await you. Strike, dear mistress, and cure his heart. Severin, speak so slightly. Severin, down on your bended knee. Taste the whip, in love not given lightly. Taste the whip, now bleed for me. Sleep for 1,000 years, 1,000 dreams that would awake me. Different colors made of tears. Shiny, shiny, shiny boots of leather. Whiplash girl, child in the dark. Severin, your servant, comes and bells. Please don't forsake him. Strike, dear mistress, and cure his heart.
She's just the girl you want.
girl you want. She's just a girl. She's just a girl.
Creating rap music cause I never dug disco. Cause I never dug disco. Bear witness. Cause I never dug disco. Cause I never dug disco.
Right, okay. So a bit of hip hop.
Indeed.
Yeah. Hip hop fan. You picked a few hip hop records actually for this evening. We just couldn't.
Yeah. I kind of went through a phase, when I was younger. I kind of into guitar music when I was a teenager, and then in my late teens, early 20s, I got into hip hop, and then I kind of had a phase where when I went to uni and when I was working in the bank, I like going out clubbing as well. So yeah, but I was kind of really into hip hop,
Yeah, I was listening to like guitar music, and then late teens hip hop music.
Yeah,
and then I kind of mid-20s got back into guitar music.
Same, yeah.
Then this summer I've listening to more hip hop music, but like it's because I've been doing this show on a Friday night, and it's supposed to be just like happy stuff. So it's got me listening, but it's progressed more.
Yeah.
Further, not just hip hop, but I've been listening to more of it recently.
Yeah.
I've started doing a lot of running, so I listen to hip hop while I've been running.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I quite like that last tune because it's got like the turntablism's really good. You don't hear enough of that, I don't think.
No. And then we played a Velvet Underground tune, obviously classic. Velvet Underground and Nico.
Yeah.
Great record.
Yeah, it's on the Flip video as well, isn't it? Is it on the Tom Penny section?
Right, Tom Penny.
Yeah.
Great scale.
Oxford Boy.
Yeah.
That song haunts me a little bit because I was at a friend's house once and we were having a bit of a after party kind of vibe there, and everyone sort of fell asleep, and my friend was playing that song but accidentally put it on just song repeat. And obviously everyone was just too like you know you're just drifting in and out of sleep.
Yeah.
But it fucked me up so much because I might have been asleep for like an hour or whatever,
or a day.
Every time I kind of like came to, that song was still playing. So every time I woke up, I just didn't know whether it had been like a minute or whether it had played a million times or whether it was the same time, but I'd only actually been asleep for like 3 minutes or something. It was just literally every time I woke up, that no.
Yeah, it's kind of drony, isn't it?
So
It's got
drony, just like, oh my god.
This is quite good. It shows that song is still, serving its
So
purpose.
I couldn't listen to that song for a little while because it just like
You did go a bit quiet.
Just-
I did notice. You look a bit
Bringing back horrible flashbacks. Right now.
Introspective existential crisis in the corner there.
Just like waking up at a friend's house repeatedly, just like, oh god.
So, obviously, look, it's been great, Alan. Thanks for coming down. It's been a real pleasure to get
it's
to know
been
you.
great.
hear
I've
your
loved it, man.
thoughts. Is there anything you got anything coming out immediately that people should know about? If they want to check you out, whether there's your
I mean, you can follow me on Insta. There's
Yeah.
obviously more stuff from Dobutsu coming out,
Yeah.
and then I've got a show. I've just had a show finish in Richmond, but I've got another show coming up next year where I'll be doing more of those kind of Dobutsu. There's some more of the kind of masked characters coming up.
Hopefully, if, all being well, we're still doing this in May. Or before then, you should come down again and we can, talk about that then. And
I'd love to
finish
yeah.
off this great playlist that you put together.
Oh,
for
thank
sure.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. All right. Well, look, like I said, thanks so much. So we're gonna obviously end the show.
Yep.
Any last things you want to shout out? Any shout outs or?
Just give a big shout out to my partner Catherine, and then my mates back home who I used to skate with, Bert and Jim, and yeah, you guys as well. Big shout out to you guys for having me in. So thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Thank you for
Thanks,
coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right back at you. Thanks.
Yeah. So we're gonna Motty's drawing in the corner. So we'll be placing
Motty, how's it going?
Serious.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, yes.
I like that.
Is it a dinosaur?
So the dinosaur, that was me. That was my drawing.
That's very
Do you remember Nick's
Two
shoes?
ticks.
Yeah.
Nicks with 2 ticks.
You got to show that up to the webcam, I
Let's
think.
put it
Motty.
up. And then there's Tim's Cartman, is it?
Yeah.
semi cheated.
Yeah, there we are.
And a Herma as well there.
Yeah. Right. Okay. We're gonna end this
Pound
tune.
shop over.
Well, we're gonna get into the art critiquing off camera. So we're gonna finish with a bit of Modest Mouse. Another band that when you sent me this playlist, I was like, a lot of the bands I like. Modest Mouse, great band. So
Yeah, great.
yeah, we'll play it. All right. Take it easy, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Plane is definitely crashing.